the Watch Mission. Today we're going to take a look at a micro brand called Ando Ando Ando. It's a Finnish Japanese kind of mix of a company. So the company itself is out of Finland. It's pretty much all Japanese componentry here. It's got a Seiko movement. And Ando Ando Ando, the reason it's got the three names is because it's kind of based on his family, and he's a kind of a family of three. And to me, it's a great name. I really do like it quite a bit. He also is he's kind of a design addict, if you will, and you can obviously tell that by the uniqueness of the case that he's got going on there, as well as the packaging. Right? The packaging is actually very cool. I really do like it. He sent me 4 that he has. You can kind of see the differences in the different dials there as well, and we'll kind of talk through that a little bit here. But yeah, let me just show you the packaging here real quick. So yeah, these kind of slide out, and then it opens up to give you some stats, some instructions, that kind of thing, and a really nice kind of layout there. And the back of it does actually show, the movement as well, with some more information on there. So that's kind of cool. I really like what he did there. All right, if you are like me at all, you get skeptical when you see something that's just a little bit out of the norm, out of character. And I thought, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna end up liking this. But the more I've worn it, the more I do like it. There's no doubt that some people are not gonna like it, and I think that's perfectly fine. There's just plenty of people this isn't for. If you're a traditional, kind of conservative watch person, it's just not going to cut it for you. But for me, I really do like what he's done here. And pretty much you think of any artist, any designer, that's kind of who you see wearing this kind of a piece. And I think one thing that a lot of us, YouTubers kind of complain about a lot is there's too much writing on the dial, right? And here, whoever's going to review this better kind of put their money where their mouth is, because you've got nothing except the date. And I really like that. I think that's a great, design characteristic that he's got going on here. It's just pretty cool. Sorry, I've got the date kind of going midway there. But yeah, the case itself is very unique. When I first saw it, I kind of thought, oh man, that's going to wear really big, but it certainly does not. And the fact is that this case, the way that it's laid down there, and I'm wearing the Tribus GMT, so you can tell that anytime that your wrist is like that, that crown digs into your hand. And that absolutely does not happen with the Ando. Put it on here. And as I mentioned in most of the videos, I have just over a 6.5 inch wrist. Okay, so, and then here is the Ando on my wrist, and when you go up like that, it just lays flat against where and I'm wearing it actually kind of high there. You're probably supposed to wear it a little bit more like that, and there's no chance of it touching you there. So it is extremely comfortable to wear, and then if you do wear a dress shirt, your dress shirt kind of comes right there, the cuff does, and you don't have anything sticking out. People are going to say that the crown is going to be a little bit hard to operate. You're not supposed to operate the crown with it on your wrist, right? Everyone will tell you that. Most people still do it. This one, it is very hard to operate when it's on your wrist because of that notch cut out there. It's hard to get off of there, which is perfectly fine. It's very easy to do, when it's off your wrist. So it's not a problem there whatsoever. The loom is pretty good. I've only got one loom shot, which wasn't a very good one. But the loom is pretty good. Pretty much all the indices there, as well as the hand. So it's everything that you're gonna need. And the movement is a Seiko NH36. So NH36A. It is non-decorated, and he kind of goes into some reasoning on his website about why he did that. He said this is one of the most reliable movements. However, with its one drawback of it winding, one way or the other, sometimes one of the parts gets worn out quick, and you'll be able to see that through the display case back. And if it were a decorated movement, you'd have trouble replacing some of those parts. So I think that's kind of important that he points that out. You can also, maybe you can see it here, you can see that the case itself has a little bit of a decoration there, and it's got a signed crown, and then the leather strap itself is also signed. So really good looking piece. I love what he's done with it. I'll show you some more pictures and stuff that we've got here. Measurements, let me do that real quick. So on the measurements, it actually has them on the case here. So it's got, 37 millimeter wide at the longest up there, 11 millimeter thick, and 35 millimeter case, as well as a 20 millimeter lug to lug. The case itself, kind of measuring in at 35, it does not look like a 35 on, right? It looks bigger than a 35, but it wears nice and small. So I would definitely call this a unisex watch, if there ever was one, right? I mean, it just kind of fits pretty much anyone's style. It also looks a hell of a lot thicker than 11, but it is not. So tell me what your thoughts are on these. It really grew on me quick. At first, like I said, when I got the box and opened them up, I just thought that's never going to work for me. But I wore it probably for a week or so at work and everything. Got lots of compliments on it. Everyone seems to like it. It's priced at around $270, $280, somewhere right around there. But let me know what your thoughts are. Thank you.